time and a dear friend of mine. Welcome the one and only Slash. Hey, how hard did you work on the CD?
Pretty hard. You know, I started out in the summer of 2008, and it'll be at 2 years as of this June.
Yeah, I know, because when we were talking, you were always in the studio.
Yeah.
You were there all day. You were there all night, right?
Yeah.
So congratulations on it being #1 on iTunes, Slash. You worked hard, brother. Congratulations. Everybody loves the way it sounds.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool. I mean, we set out to make a cool rock and roll record.
And you know what? And that's what it is. I love the songs that you're going to play that are fantastic. And the whole album as a whole is great, bro. And you deserve it. Now, I've seen you play a million times. We played together at the thing we did for the school.
Right.
We played Lowrider.
We did Lowrider. Yeah.
But it wasn't as bizarre, I thought, as when I was at the Grammys there and I watched T-Pain and Dougie Fresh and Jamie Foxx. And do we have a picture of Slash? I mean, was that weird for you to get that call?
Well, you know, I love Jamie. He's a great actor and he's a great personality, and he calls me up and he goes, "Hey, I want you to come and do the Grammys with us. What are you gonna say?" So I was like, okay, what do you want me to do? And he goes, well, it's gonna be T-Pain, Dougie Fresh, me, and then you're gonna come out. And I was like, and what song we're gonna do? And he goes, Blame It on the Alcohol. I said, there's no guitars on that song. He goes, don't worry, we put a special part in. And there was no arguing with it, so I just, you know, out of respect for Jamie, he wanted to do it, so I said, okay. And then we rehearsed in the Valley, not too far from here, here in Burbank. And they had put in a section which was really a song called, the instrumental section of November Rain is what they put in there, because they knew I knew it, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so we rehearsed it, and then doing it at the Grammys was about as surreal as anything I've ever done.
Tell everybody about the hat, the story behind the hat. That is the original. There's only one hat.
Well, actually, okay. I guess it was in 1986 or something. We had a gig at the Whiskey, and I was down on Melrose looking for something to wear. And if you look at old pictures of me, I always had some sort of a hat. And so I saw this top hat in the place called Retail Slut, right? It's no longer there. But anyway, so I saw this hat, and I thought, you know, and I didn't have any money, so I was just five-finger discounting all day long, you know. And so
Slash.
You know,
so you just picked it up. You told me that you picked it up.
I grabbed it and I just, you know, and I slowly walked out of the store with it. And I waited to see if anybody, you know, because I was used to it. So if anybody put their finger, I'd come up with an excuse.
Yeah, you were walking, you expected the guy to say.
Like the hand on the shoulder going, hey, what are you doing? Oh, I didn't realize that. Anyway, and I got out and no one got me, and went back to the band crash pad and put a concho belt around it, and it just became like the thing I felt most comfortable in.
Right. It's the identifiable.
I hide behind this. Right? The shades.
Because you are a shy dude. I don't think people really understand how shy you are.
You're a lot shyer than you are.
You're shyer than I am. But we hang out. We went to the Laker game. I'm going to show a picture of me and you at the Laker game, because you're a big Lakers fan.
Yeah, yeah.
There's,
and there's Judd Apatow and what's her name?
Mann,
and Leslie
his wife,
Mann.
yes. So everybody wants to work with you, and you have some great collaborations on your CD.
Mm-hmm. Well, what happened was I do a lot of session work, you know, and I go and play on other people's records and do collaborations and all kinds of, you know, situations. And so I wanted to make a record where I had people come on my record.
Right.
And so I wrote a ton of music, and then I just started figuring out who would sound good on which song, and then I would call them up, you know, go, hey, I got this record I'm doing, and I got this song, and send it to them, and if they liked it, they'd do it. And fortunately, I think the one thing that I did right was match the music to the singer, or the singer to the music, so that when they got the tape, it was like, oh, this is cool. They could relate to it.
And you don't smoke cigarettes anymore?
I haven't, and it's almost a year.
Almost a year, that's good. Is it hard?
I'm chewing the gum. Listen, let me tell you, it's been like 11 months, and I'm still chewing this gum religiously. But I'm about to go on the road, and that's where the true test is
That's
going to
be
be
tricky.
Yeah.
When you go on the road and you're out there and you're going to want to.
Yeah. So because I quit all the drugs. I haven't been drinking, so I don't have any real vices left. You know.
You know what? No, really. But you know, I think it's harder. It's hard to not drink and to not smoke and not do drugs. But when you're in rock and roll, they almost kind of go. Like that time we went out to the Key Club and everybody was drinking and you were there having water, man. I mean, Perla and me and
I live vicariously through you guys.
No, good.
You know what?
I won't let you down.
All things considered, it took me years to get to a point, and I just finally got sick of it. So that otherwise I struggled with it on and off, and I never won that battle. But I finally got to a point where I just did it to such extent that I just didn't do anything for me anymore. Cigarettes, on the other hand, is like a crutch. You know? I use a cigarette to tie my shoes. You know, I'm like, after I put my pants on, time for a cigarette. You know, I put my hat on, time for a cigarette.
When you play guitar, you had it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know you're going on the road, so I got you this to take on the road with you, bro.
Oh, man.
All right? But that's for you. Before you play guitar, you were also into like BMX and stuff, right? I think we have a picture of you. Check out Slash on his bike.
Right. That was actually taken at a place called the Youth Center, which is in the Valley. And I went with my kids to take them to a skateboard park. And I get there, and it's at the same place where the bike track used to be that I used to go out to and race.
And now it's a skate park.
Now it's a skate park.
How are the kids?
The kids on skateboards?
Yeah.
Dangerous.
Are they like you? They go for it?
Yeah, they're told no fear.
All right. Stick around because Slash is going to play a song from his new CD right after this. Don't move.